What's up, YouTube? It's time to answer some questions I've been asked over the past month from our little creative community. Let's see what we got. All right, let's jump in. Question 1. How important would you say it is to show the process in terms of failed attempts and alternate routes in a student portfolio to apply to internships? I'd say it's not important at all to show the process of your work in your portfolio. With time constraints, the people that are reviewing your book want to get right to the good stuff. Don't make them wait. Where I do think it's important to explain your process and talk about your failed attempts is in your interview. An interview is a perfect time to talk about your process and how you got to the big idea. Interview standouts are always the ones that can talk about their work, explain how they got there, and not afraid to talk about the speed bumps it took. Trust us, we get it. We've all been there. All right, so question 2, how long into your job did it take for you to feel comfortable? So this is a good question, and it obviously is different for everyone depending on, your personality type. When I first started, I'd say it took me a little while to get out of my shell, maybe like 6 months. I was a little hesitant right out of the gates. I was still learning the, agency lingo. I was sharpening my design skills. And you always want to kind of prove yourself and appease your higher ups. At my second agency, I probably got comfortable a little bit quicker, maybe like 3 months. And I think why that is because I think as you build your confidence in your skill sets and what you can do, you just become more comfortable more quickly. You feel like you have less to prove. So please don't put pressure on yourself if you're not 100% yourself right away. It's just like anything. Someone speaking in front of a large group of people for the first time is going to be much more uncomfortable than someone who's done it hundreds of times. All right, question 3, how often should you update your portfolio? So I don't think it's about how often you update your portfolio, but when you update it. And that when is when you feel like any work in your portfolio no longer represents your skill set, or maybe something you've done lately is really awesome and deserves a spot. So once you get many pieces in your portfolio, it's important to evaluate them and make sure you can self-edit. What pieces are bringing your overall collection of work down, and what pieces can you add to your portfolio to pump it up? So question 4 is brought to us by King Ozymandias. How do you print billboards? What's the resolution? How do you manage text and images for such a big advertisement? All right, we're gonna get technical. So yeah, billboards are a super large format, but there is almost no printer who will make you supply a file that is created to size. Your file size would be insane. All billboard vendors I've ever worked with have always supplied me with scaled down specs. For example, they might ask you to do a piece that is 25 inches at 480 DPI, which will then be scaled up to be 25 feet at 40 DPI. And you're probably thinking 40 DPI is not a good resolution. But if you think about a billboard and where people view them from, you don't need a good resolution. When someone sees something from that far away, there is no quality that gets jeopardized. And lastly, question 5 is from our recent critique copywriter, Haley Dupree. What is the optimal number of campaigns for a student book? And this is a great question, and a question that gets asked all the time. And I have a simple answer for you. It's 4.5 there is no perfect number. The perfect number is however many good campaigns you have before you hit your more mediocre ones. Please remember that a creative director is only going to look at your book for 3 minutes, and you sprinkling in some mediocre subpar campaigns is not going to do you any favors. Quality over quantity for sure. But if I had to pick a number, I'd say most good student books have between 5 and 6 good campaigns or sections of work. And that's all the time we got for today. If you have any questions for an upcoming video, post them below or send me an email if you want to stay anonymous. If you're not much of a commenter and just, along for the ride, that's cool too. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep on crushing.